Are you in the middle of negotiating a big deal, hiring your next superstar employee, or maybe negotiating your own salary package? Well, whether negotiating in business or in private life, let's face it, we all negotiate every single day and every step of the way, even with ourselves. Now, in today's video, we're going to uncover top negotiation hacks used by the best negotiators in the world, so stay tuned. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is Andreja and I'm a professional executive coach. And on this channel, we talk about all things business, growth, and leadership. Hit that subscribe button to get notified when I post new content, and follow us on the High Achievers Quest podcast in case you want to listen to this content on the go. Now, one huge hurdle most of us have either had to overcome, I know this was certainly true for me, or still need to overcome, is getting comfortable with asking for what it is that you actually want. Now, as if this isn't difficult enough, we also need to learn how to ask for what we want. So, first let's have a look at top tips from an international investment entrepreneur, Cody Sanchez, as well as tips from a former FBI hostage negotiator, Chris Voss. Now, tip number 1, always ask for what it is that you want. Always. Now, that makes sense, doesn't it? Your counterpart that you're trying to negotiate with is not a mind reader or a fortune teller. So if you don't know what it is that you want, how can you expect the other side to know? Now, on this topic, I also found some very interesting numbers and information. From the book, Women Don't Ask, the author conducted a study that showed that only 7% of females who completed an MBA program negotiated, whereas 57% of men who finished exactly the same MBA program negotiated. So that proves that there is a lot more work to be done when it comes to daring to negotiate in the first place. Now remember, always stick with your inner gut. And don't forget, you miss 100% of shots that you don't take. Tip number 2, believe in yourself. Now, this might be the hardest part of any negotiation, but it's actually fundamental. Even when in doubt, be your own biggest cheerleader. The one with the most certainty usually wins, and knowing what you bring to the table, as well as considering what would be a win-win for the other party, is usually a very successful combination. Now, tip number 3, don't get attached to one single outcome. Instead, be flexible and come in with options. Instead of insisting on a specific amount, consider other perks that you could ask for, like increasing the package, but also your lifestyle. Now, employers are aware that these days, great employees are after not just their professional and personal growth, but also seeking for that work-life balance. Now, tip number 4, come in with a plan. Know your worth, but also come in with a specific strategy on how you are going to deliver that value. Clarity is power that allows us to take consistent steps towards a clearly defined goal, and you want to make sure the other side sees that. Now, tip number 5, select and pursue a win-win. What that means is be genuinely interested in what drives and motivates the other side, and what do their specific outcomes even look like. Try to understand what's been holding them back so far. What hurdles have they had to overcome in the past? And also, what exactly would they not only expect from you, but also need from you in order for their goals to be accomplished? So that at the end of your negotiations, your values and obviously the goals that you're pursuing are aligned. Now, tip number 6 is don't make the first move. If at all possible, Try to ask as many open questions to get a clear indication about what a great deal would look like to the other party. Now, the one that makes the first move usually sets a mark. But if you see that beneficial, then why not? Go for it and take that first move. Sometimes being very clear and direct in your pursuit helps us avoid beating around the bush, and it helps get the deal done faster. And that leaves us with tip number 7, which is be willing to walk away. Great negotiators know when to persist, but also when to let go. Some deals are just not win-win ones, and it's important to have the courage to let those go and make room for new ones. There you go. To summarize, always ask for what you want. Believe in yourself. Don't get attached to one outcome. Come in with a plan. Seek for a win-win. Don't make the first move if at all possible. And be willing to walk away. Now, if you'd like to hack your own negotiation skills, why not consider coaching as your support tool to make that happen? Being coached doesn't mean that you don't know how to do something. On the contrary, it simply means that you've scheduled and prioritized your thinking time to tackle and solve those big ticket questions, and that you are open to different approaches that will help you govern strategically and also think outside the box. If you are interested in executive coaching or know someone who is, let's connect. You can visit my website or connect with me on LinkedIn. I can't wait to meet you. Now it's your time to shine. Share with us your top tips for successful negotiations in the comments down below and help us learn from one another. Now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.